Okay, hi all. Welcome to my kitchen. Today is Friday. It is July 5th. The 4th of July came and went. This is just going to be kind of a quick chat video. It's not going to involve any cooking, anything. I'm going to kind of explain what's been going on with us, why I have stopped videos for the time being, and what's going to be happening in the future. So let's dive right in. First off, I hope you guys all had a great 4th of July holiday. The weather is getting nicer. It's getting hot in some of the states that you guys live in. I know Florida is going through a massive heat wave. We've been unseasonably warm for this time of the year. More in June. Now we're getting back into the July weather. I know Texas is getting ready to brace if you live at the bottom of Texas for a hurricane that's coming in. So there's a lot of weather events. California has been ungodly hot also this year. So all of you guys that watch me from these areas, stay safe, stay hydrated. And I'm glad that you guys are with us. So let's dive right in and what's going on with us. Well, my husband currently is at therapy. Today is his last therapy at the rehab center where we live in Homewood. Starting next week, he goes much further away and he's cut down to one therapy, and that's going to be speech therapy, and that's going to go for another 5 weeks. Bob has done remarkably well with his speech. He still has a problem if he tries to talk fast. He still slurs a lot of his words if he's talking fast. If he slows down, he's totally fine and can actually get things up. So he is improving day by day and is doing remarkably well. He's doing so well that yesterday I took him out for a really nice dinner. We went to a rib festival, had a little food, and then I took him out to a restaurant. We finished the night by going to Dairy Queen and getting some of his favorite Dairy Queen treats, as well as I got an M&M Blizzard for myself. I know, the lactose intolerant person, but I took 4 of my lactate pills and they did great with that. So, as for the cooking videos right now, I have made a painful, not discovery. I have decided to suspend them for the rest of the summer. I am not probably going to do any of the cooking videos this summer just because with everything going on with us, with him, with the therapies, plus I am putting in even more time now at the pantry than I've been doing in the past, and I don't have time to do the videos right now. So, does this mean that my video channel is coming to an end? No, it just means you're not going to see me as often as you used to. And I do apologize for that. I'm trying to work out a plan eventually where it will streamline into our lives. Right now, it's a little bit harder when my husband's home. He wants to be on the TV. He's practicing his speech. He's still walking around a little bit, taking things in and stuff. That's happening. Now, there are a couple of other fronts that have happened with him. One, he decided he wanted to smoke again. He has cut back, but he is smoking again. And right now, I am not really on his case because he's not smoking a lot. He's down to about 4 cigarettes, and that's a great improvement from the almost 2 packs a day he was smoking before he had the stroke. So we're going to curtail that later on, or address that later on. Right now, if he's happy, I'm happy, and as long as he's improving, I'm not really going to be on his case for that. Now, there are going to be some changes for us that are happening this summer. One, our doctor of over 20 years has decided he wants to retire out of his practice. So we're going to be getting new doctors. That's going to be a new thing for him, a new thing for me. So that's going to be a big adjustment. The pantry I am volunteering, as most of you guys know. I volunteer twice a week at the food pantry, but I was promoted to the landscaper. I do all of their landscaping, and I've done a lot of planning there. So now I'm at the pantry probably 5 to 6 times a week, taking care of all the plants, helping with all of the maintenance of the building and stuff. I am doing all of that, so that is taking an enormous amount of my time now, doing that, and I'm enjoying it. So I'm going to continue that up for the foreseeable future, which is kind of why I am cutting back on the cooking videos. Now, speaking of the cooking videos, let's get into that. Why am I not doing so many cooking videos? Because I have changed our diet so much. There's not a lot of cooking videos that you guys would necessarily find interesting. We're doing more chicken-based, more pork-based meals than ever before. And there are a lot of videos that I've already done on the channel that you can search for. Chicken, I'm doing grilled chicken on the grill, making grilled chicken salads for us, fajitas, chicken fajitas, grilled pork chops are a lot of staple foods, and I know I have a grilling one. I've been doing the ribs, which I know there are rib videos already on there. We've cut back on our red meat intake, so we're down to red meat maybe twice a month now versus the 4 or 5 times a month that we had been eating it. Which brings me to another interesting tidbit. We're not eating fast food anymore. I have kind of cut out the fast food meals that Bob and I have been eating in the past for more healthier options. Now if we go out for a meal, now it's a nicer meal. Now the Rib Fest yesterday could be classified as a fast food. We didn't stay too long because it was the first time that my husband had been in a massive crowd, and it was a little bit hot and the lines were a little long. So we went to a nicer German restaurant last night for dinner, and we had a good meal. So we're not going to be doing that often, but we're going to do things like that more in the future than going to, let's say, McDonald's, which we don't go to anymore, just because it's not healthy for either one of us to do. So, breakfast. I'm now keeping him fed 3 times a day, where it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He probably didn't have breakfast this morning, or he might have had a bowl of cereal, actually. I'm looking at the sink. But on his therapy days, it's easier meals, and then he'll come home, have a sandwich for lunch, and then I'll make dinner for dinner. And then he has fresh fruits, vegetables, and stuff to snack on in the evening time after dinner. So that's what's been going on. As for the gardening videos this year, I am not doing any of the gardenings here at the house. I just don't have time. It's too late in the season. I don't have the energy to do those, so I'm not going to focus on any of the garden issues this year. We may, towards the very end of the month or the beginning of next month, do another canning video. I'm going to get some peaches and some blueberries. He wants jellies again. I'll do those again. I do not need to can any tomato sauce this year because I have a lot of my canned tomatoes that I did last year. So I'm not doing any of that canning this year, just for time and stuff. So this month, I'm going to be taking most of the month off from posting any videos. If something interesting does come up, I'll pop on and say hi. You always can leave me a comment on one of the channels, or if you're Facebook friends with me, join me on Facebook, send me a message, and say hi. A lot of us can chat that way. I'm going to take the rest of the summer off, and this is now going to go through probably the end of August, just so that our schedules can kind of level out and we can fine-tune everything. As for the house this year, I was going to paint the downstairs area. With everything that happened with my thumb and my husband's stroke and stuff, I decided this year I'm not really going to focus on the house. I really do need to focus on the roof, however, but that may even have to wait till next year before I can do that, and I definitely need to do something with the deck. So those are things as we can do, we'll do. So anyway, I know I've been babbling. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me and for all of the great comments you guys have been making. Oh, I do have one other thing to say. I will get to some of your recipes down the road. They're probably going to all be pushed back now into the fall. One of you guys wanted a Polish hunter stew. I talked to my husband's doctor, and because of the meats that go in that, she doesn't recommend that as being a diet for Bob because of his stroke. But I will go through what you can put in it and how to make it. I will do that, and I will address that in the fall. Same with, I know one of you wants a Bellini. I will do a Bellini at some point, but that also probably will be more now of a fall drink. Now, whether or not you guys are going to ever see my husband back on camera, that's probably going to be up for the foreseeable future. Right now, he is not comfortable being on camera, so I am not going to force him to be on camera so that he can continue his stroke recovery care and stuff. And we'll close out. I'm going to close out the stroke recovery probably next month, and I'll do one final stroke care. It may be a longer video, but we'll kind of wrap that up just to let you guys know how he has done through all of his therapies and stuff. Anyway, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I enjoy reading your posts. I enjoy interacting with you guys. I hope to see you guys in the future. I'm going to sign off for now. Instead of saying stay tuned for another Cooking with Joel video, I'm going to say I'll see you on the next video, which probably is going to be a while. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys later.